And hello, everyone, all about the gyro. And if I got my numbering right, this is episode 10 of an iRacer Goes Trucking. As you see here, we have picked a route as we further explore the country of Lithuania. So we're going to get in and start driving, and I don't know what I'm going to talk to you about in this video. We'll see what comes up. So let's cue the music, and we'll take that job. We'll go from there. Why not? So, let's get the lights on, and we're going to get started. And I have no idea how to pronounce the city that we are heading to. There's nobody there, so here we go. So, Penevzitskas, or Visis. It's Lithuanian, not my strong suit, my friends. I assure you. So, I've been having a lot of fun making these, because it kind of lets me defrag a little bit. Oh, we got a car there. We'll just wait for him to come by, or her to come by. So, when I recorded this, I did a convoy with Ben Summers in American Truck Sim, and oh my goodness, the mods that I used were superb. And there were a ton of mods. Like, I had to figure out a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know how to do in ATS, but now I've learned, and it was a very enjoyable convoy through New Mexico, which my profile in ATS has not been throughout very much. So we discovered 3 cities and got, I think we got an achievement, possibly. So it was a very enjoyable experience with Spear and Macintosh and Woody and John. And one time, Kurt was in the audience as well, so very, very enjoyable. So on the heels of that, there it is, Panavisis, or Vesis, or Painvesis. I really don't know how to pronounce this. You know what I know. As aforementioned, Lithuania is not my strong suit. So, very enjoyable, and today also the weather here in Nashville was actually semi-balmy. The sun was out. I got to get outside, not for too long, but I did manage to get outside. Oop, we just had a little bit of a burp there. We're going to run the light. Oh, that was an interesting little stutter there in the recording, so I don't know if that picked up or not. Very interesting. Let me slow down here just a little bit. But yeah, it was a very nice experience. It's a weird stutter. It's not something that this computer normally does. So, yeah. Very nice convoy, and it's good to see some people and interact. And then before my church meeting, which I had to do virtually due to me still being a little bit under the weather, got to watch Paul Webster drive around, and Imola, pitch black, tight track limits. Let me accelerate here because we can do 90. What a supreme challenge to finish the VRS. So I am examining a little bit more closely now if I'm going to do another IMSA campaign or maybe switch to VRS. I like IMSA because with the prototypes you do get a little bit of strategy. I gotta think that over. I'm also looking at Porsche Cup. Since I'm going to be driving the Porsche GT3, it does make sense to drive the 992. So, definitely some thinking and trying to figure out what I want to race. I know we're going to do GT3. Of course, we're going to have Sunday Night Skippy. It's, do we want to do anything else? Will time permit me to do something else? So we're going to come to grips with that. As aforementioned, episode 9, haven't heard really any major thing come from iRacing. So that is still the case at the time of this recording. Let's see, looks like we're slowing down here, so let me get over and slow down. And so for those American viewers wondering what is 70 kilometers per hour, well, keep in mind that 50K is roughly 32 miles per hour. 80K is roughly 50 miles per hour. So you're looking at, I would say, in the neighborhood of around 40 to 42 miles per hour is a rough number for 70K. And you have to realize that in Europe, with some of these small countries, you can get across the country in a hurry. You know, it's kind of like the Rhode Island scenario, so to speak, where it's a small state and you're across it in a couple of hours. Same thing with like Connecticut and things of that nature. You know, small states where you just get through them before you know it. So yeah, thinking about what to race, and I have been getting some interesting suggestions on what to race in officials. I would like to do an Indy Pro 2K season. They do have the strength of field on Thursday nights. So they definitely have that. So that is something I still very much would like to do. Formula Renault 2.0, I would still enjoy having another go at that car. We've had some good success in that car. But the key thing is going to be time and, you know, things thereof. So that's what I'm looking at. Porsche Cup, that's what I'm looking at. Indy Pro 2K, Formula Renault 2.0. It may be a situation where I need to rule out what not to race. Because I would like a little bit of variety. A little bit of variety would be nice. So, stay tuned. Now, once I get hold of the schedule, I'm going to have to figure out the idea of we're going to do a Twitch stream and do a full-blown road schedule analysis. Because of the move, that may not happen. So we may go to the normal format where I've broken out a couple series at a time and discuss things. So we are here. And we have 13 cities left to go. There's only 6 in Lithuania, which means there's 7 left to account for, and I suspect some of them are in Finland. So we may be opening up Finland next on this particular playthrough. So, I did get asked, hey, when are you going to buy your truck? Well, I would like to do it without having to get a bank loan. Thank you, car, for being so nice to me. There is a truck there. Veggie Land. There we go. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting season 2. And I do need to spend a little bit of time weighing how I'm going to go about season 2 because of that. Because it is going to be a giant time management exercise. All right, we're here. Yeah, we'll just move us along here, and that was 20 tons of honey. And we are now level 7. Now, level 8 is an important level. And And we're going to go ahead and open up fragile cargo, so now we can do a little bit of everything. So we are opening up jobs. And so, 13 left, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe get down to 6. I'm thinking 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The dance may not be it. It may be all right here. Alright, so let's see what we can find. And we're going to use Vilnius. And we can go to Klaipeda. So we'll take that job. So definitely still going to take ideas. We are, I believe, back in the DAF here. And right now, I don't know what truck dealers we have open. We'll have a look here after we do this load. I definitely am leaning to the Scania. Alright, so we got a left here. Let me make sure that is clear over there. Clear over there. Alright, let's move it along. Oh, car. Oh, I'm going to hit it. Yep. Came out of nowhere, and that is one of the few things I can complain about is the AI saw me turning there and still kept going. So, and that's going to suck because that's damage. Now we have to see if that's on the truck. Okay, luckily not on the truck. That could have been worse. As we go down this frontage road here, this is an interesting way to get out of town. Sure. Too tight here. If you remember from previous uses of the DAF, the green line on the left of the speedo. This looks to be either a new truck or a let me go through the dial here and see if I can find out. So this may be a new truck. Which, if that's the case, that irritates me even more. And we had the silly AI interaction, and it does happen from time to time in both your truck and ATS. So, such is life. So, I did get asked a question from in Discord, why did you start Estonia? Well, the Baltics have been an area that I would like to travel to. And we've now opened up Kaunas. proxy. So we get a bonus. Town open up, so we get a 2-for-1. That's always nice. So I figure if I was going to do a playthrough and kind of do like a daily lifestyle playthrough, I would want to start in a place that I would like to go to one day. I would like to go to St. Petersburg, Russia one day. Right now, things are, as you see, random traffic accidents on the other side. Oof. Of course, right now, that is basically impossible. And I still pray that cooler heads will prevail. But, yeah. That's why I decided to start, because Estonia is a fascinating country. Fascinating people. Fascinating language. Pay attention to signs. Yep. Very tech savvy. Estonia is one of the most technologically advanced nations in the world. And, of course, in terms of disc golf, one of my favorite players, Kristen Tatar, is from Estonia. So that's why I put the garage in Tallinn and said, you know what, I'll focus on the Baltics for the first part of this playthrough. And so what will happen is once we do the Baltics, by then we should have our truck. And like I said, I'm going to look at the truck dealers, see how much some of them cost. Once I get to, like I said, level 8 is when some of the features and all that open themselves up. Now, one of the interesting things about this is I have not dropped a lot of skill points yet in distance. And the reason for that is the focus of the first part of this has been on not only trying to get around the Baltics, get the Baltic tourist, but to the length of the video. So the longest I'd like my videos to be in this is no more than 45 minutes. Now I know Kurt's going to kill me. Kurt's going to go, Dwayne, these videos are long. But that's why you got to listen and watch them all, because I talk about a bunch of things. But I try to be conscientious on length of video when it comes to these things. So that's another reason why if I ever do like a long distance one, I may choose to do that in a streaming format. And I didn't know if that truck was getting over. That truck is not getting over. I may do that as a stream instead of, let's say if you drive from one end of the map to the other, it's over 4,000 kilometers. That's a lot, especially like if you get the haul from Istanbul, Turkey to Great Britain, that is a hike in this game. It's a lot. So that's the other reason, is to kind of treat this as we're going to try to be a regional Scandinavian Baltic carrier first. Then we're going to try to do this without a bank loan. Because I don't like debt. Debt stinks. And in this world, everybody owes everybody, it seems. So now I will say I'm very happy that the Lithuanians have built a very nice freeway from Vilnius over to our destination. So some of the mods I get to use. So realistic. Some of the names are realistic headlighting, realistic vegetation, enhanced mountain textures, real life skins of companies, so like FedEx, UPS, Walmart, and real gas stations like Chevron. So in ATS, you'll have Chevron as the knockoff. So forth. So some really cool mods I got to use. We'll see if we bring those into Euro Truck or not. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, just enjoying things, especially in this playthrough. I've had, people are still tuning in for the playthrough, and I'm hoping that attendance increases. Because I'm tying in iRacing, I'm tying in trucking, tying in daily life. So there's a lot of bits and bobs. So I gotta say, very nice freeway. So this has made this particular trip straightforward. So nice. So anyway, as we finish up what I believe is episode 10. On the next episode, we will continue working our way through Lithuania. And hopefully we'll have some bits and bobs figured out as it relates to what we're going to do for Season 2. So let's make sure we can get this parked. With the mods for both Euro Truck Simulator and ATS, they are phenomenal. There's a lot of good mods. So definitely have a look at those. And unlike the older Mercedes, this DAF has a very soft turn signal. Alright. And we are here. Solid. We transported some empty barrels to Klaipeda. So anyway, my friends, as promised, let's look at the truck situation. So to do that, let's come over here to the truck dealers. And notice I've only touched one truck dealer. So travel to Tallinn, and you see that is how much we need for a basic 4x2 truck. Now if you keep going, here's the R2009, here's the Streamline versus that, very similar. I do like this style. I do like this particular model, and I also like this model. So I'm willing to start at a lower list price and not customize and then upgrade my truck, because that's the next upgrade. Level 14. We're a long way off of that. And so you can come in here. You see level 8 opens up 2 chassis. That's why it's important. You can choose your motor and your transmission, I do prefer a retarder unless I have a lot of gears. And it will tell you, if you look at it, where you may be deficient. So it tells you what you can do. You can also come over here and you can change the color. And I do like the green, the blue. I do like the metallic. I have some good colors on this. This one though, talk to me. So anyway, we know it's 120,000 euros. So we're going to work up to it. But we're going to really try not to involve the banks. Anyway, my friends, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and God bless.